Good morning, what's your full name?
Morning, my name is Tiara Bella Paramita, but you can simply call me Tiara.
Can I see your identification, please?
Certainly, here it is.
Thank you. Let's talk about emotion. Do you think you're good in managing your own emotion?
I believe I have developed effective way to manage my emotion, especially through physical activity. When I feel overwhelmed, whether by stress, anger, or sadness, I often find that my emotional state is connected to my physical energy. Therefore, running is my primary management tool. When I put on my running shoes, I don't just my head, but I also literally run off the strong feeling. The physical session allow me to process difficult emotion in a healthy, controlled way. By the time I finish a run, I usually feel much calmer and can approach the problem with a clear, more rational perspective. So, in short, I'm good at managing the because I channel that into my exercise routine.
How do you usually deal with stress?
When I feel stress building up, my go-to coping mechanism is physical activity, especially running. I I find that when I am running, the rhythmic movement help clear my mind and diffuse the nervous energy. It's like pressing a rest button for my brain. The physical exertion help channel the negative feeling into something productive. After a good run, the problem usually feels smaller and I can approach it with a fresh, calmer perspective.
Do you think you're good in managing your own emotion?
I'd, I'd say I am good at managing my emotion, especially because I have healthy outlets for them. As I mentioned, I often of running to manage frustration of stress. I try my best to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. I make an effort to recording an emotion regulate when it effort and ask myself why I feel that way. This pause give me necessary control to keep my emotion balanced and prevent them from overwhelming me.
Whom do you usually talk to when you feel strong emotion, like angry, sad, or excited?
When I experience strong emotion, whether positive like excitement or negative like anger or sadness, I always turn to my boyfriend. We have a very open relationship, and they are the one person I trust completely. They are incredible, positive, and a great listener, which help me process my feeling without force of judgment. Sharing my strong feeling, especially the negative ones, make them feel much linger, and sharing the good news simple doubles the joy.
What do you do to stay emotionally healthy?
To stay emotional healthy, I focus on balancing my routine with essential rest and enjoyment. This involves making sure I dedicate time to my favorite hobby. I love to read book and watch movie. These activities are crucial for my well-being because they allow me to completely switch off from the process of work or, study. Reading offers a great form of escape and relaxation, and watching a good film with my partner is simple, enjoyable, why to Arwin and reconnect. This habit keep my mind calm and my mood stable. I am going to describe a specific event that really shocked my emotional state and forced me to consciously take care of my mental health.
When I happened,
This shock even happened quite a while ago, specifically about 3 years ago. At that time, I was at a phase where I feel very optimistic and ready to move on to the next chapter of my life. Transitioning from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia Tourism major.
what caused it?
The root cause of the emotional shock was feeling to secure a place in my dream scholarship program. I had invested an enormous amount of effort, time, and emotional energy into preparing for the application, taking the test, and going through the interview. This particular scholarship was tied directly to my long-term career goal. So I really put all my egg in on basket. When the rejection email finally arrived, the result was not just disappointing. It was a profound shock. I feel an intention wave of disbelief, followed by sadness and a hook amount of self-doubt. For a few days, I feel genuinely lost and sad, and I knew I needed to intervene before this spiraled into something worse.
What I did to improve my emotional states?
To improve my emotional state, I followed a three-step recovery process. Firstly, I allowed myself to feel the sadness instead of trying to instantly suppress the negative emotion. I took to full day to just acknowledge sadness. Uh, I took a break to more the opportunity. Secondly, I engaged my support system and my physical outlets. After today, I reached out to my best friend. Talking to my partner is crucial. They listened without judgment, helping me process the feeling out loud. Immediately after that, I went back to running. The physical exerts from running helped me relax the pent up frustration and anxiety. I also deliberately returned to my hobby, like reading an engaging novel, which allowed my mind to escape the reality of the rejection for a few hours. Finally, I took rational action. When my emotional had stabilized, I dedicate myself to researching alternative scholarship opportunity and focusing on the leisure research uh, during the application process instead of dwelling of the final result.
What I learned from that experience?
This whole experience taught me several invaluable lessons. The most important thing I learning is that failure is not a reflection of my self-worth. It is merely a temporary outcome. I I realize the impression in mention importance of having a strong emotional support system because without my friend and my partner recovery would have been much harder. I also learned the true power of physical activity as a mental health too. It's not just for physical fitness. And perhaps most importantly, I learned that will ambition is good and must not really solely on one outcome for my happiness. I learned to focus on the process of growth rather than the final destination. This shocking event will painful ultimate made me for far more resilient and emotional intelligent. Now we will have an in-depth discussion about mental health.
How important is emotional health compared to physical health?
That is a very insightful question. Personally, I believe it's impossible to separate emotional health from physical health. They are two interconnected. Uh, on one hand, physical health is foundational. If you have chronic pain or self-illness, your emotional state will inevitably suffer. However, emotional health is arguably the driver of physical well-being. If someone is suffering from chronic stress, anxiety, or depression, this can manifest physically as high blood pressure, weakness, immunity, or sleep disorders. Therefore, instead of covering their importance, we shall view them as independent. A healthy mind motivates you to exercise and it will, and a healthy body gives you the energy and relish to manage difficult emotions. In the modern fast world, I think we sometimes prioritize visible physical fitness too much, forgetting that the internal emotional foundation is just crucial.
Why do some people find it difficult to express their emotion?
There are several stated reasons why many people struggle with emotional expression, and these reasons often stem from society. Firstly, there is the social stigma. Historically, showing intense emotion, particular sadness of vulnerability, has often been associated with weakness, especially for men. This form of being labeled dramatic or seen as weak makes people suppress their true feeling. Secondly, It is a matter of skill and language. Many people simply lack the emotional vocabulary of the skill set to articulate what they are feeling. They might feel intense anxiety, but only express it as anger or silence because they were never taught how to independently and name complete emotion property. Finally, cultural factors play a hug role in some cultures. Maintaining flex and harmony is prioritized over individual expression. This led individuals to battle off their emotion to avoid a conflict or social disruption, which is damaging in the long run.
Do you think school need to teach emotional intelligence?
Absolutely, I strongly believe the emotional intelligence should be a compulsory part of the school curriculum, just like math of science. Uh, the main reason is preparation for life academic knowledge, while important, does not prepare study for navigation conflict, managing stress, or building healthy relationship. Emotional intelligence teacher critical skill like self-awareness, empathy, and effective communication. If students learn emotional regulation early on, it will significantly reduce issues like bullying, anxiety, and burnout later in life. Uh, by teaching emotional intelligence, so are not just creating emotional health individual. They are also preparing students to be better team members, leaders, and citizens in the future. It an investment in holistic well-being.